Welcome back, everybody. This is the Houston Texans Madden 21 franchise. We have an unofficial episode today, second annual preseason rookie showcase. Last time out in the preseason, I went through some games to see what Shadon Roseman would play like, and it was just a lot of fun to play the game that way. So we are back for another year in the preseason. Actually got to fix a couple things. And we are going to just, watch a few things play out. Really want to see Daniel Blue at running back. He is going to be somebody that I think could make a huge impact and could really be a part of this team's future. But that's why we're doing this here in the preseason, because we want to see. And it's just a nice way to test things out and experiment. Like, I just moved his position to running back, and we're going to see how he performs there. I also want to see a little bit more of Marcus Gillislee. It's not like I'm giving up on him, but the way I view running backs in franchise has changed. The game, the way we play it here in the series, cares about overall rating. And it's hard to produce if you're in the 70s. Running backs, you have to build over the course of 3 to 5 seasons. It's just kind of the way it is. But if you come in at 82, you might be able to skip some steps, and that's what you want to find out today. We're also going to see Devin Macklin, new deep threat. Is that 98 speed truly different? We'll find out. What else we got here? Of course, a new left tackle. We're going to see Mekhi Becton. He will play left tackle. Leslie Good is going to switch sides and play right. So Becton protecting the blind side here for Shadon Roseman. On top of that, we have a rookie at left guard here. There was some good feedback. I was already going to be playing Teller at right and then Walker at left, but you get Rashad Walker right next to the best in the game. And Walker is extremely athletic. So if we're running any sort of like power plays or whatever, like you can count on Becton to hold his block. You pull around Walker with his athleticism at 71 speed, 81 acceleration. He's going to lay somebody out. Can't wait to see it. Robert Penn should be excited about that. Defensive end, Stephon Ferris is back. We'll have to see, if everybody stays healthy, how I want to handle the D-line this year. Because, again, we have more players than we can realistically play all the time. We're going to try out Marcus Childs here at outside linebacker, Clyde Foreman. We moved Childs here from safety. I just don't think that he has the speed to play safety. And then at inside linebacker, Kurt Reiner, for some reason listed as a backup. We will fix that. Right outside linebacker here, of course, Joe Jackson, the captain of the defense. You know how it is. I'll get to Super Chats and stuff in just a moment. I just want to get through the intro stuff here. Tre'Davious White at corner with Marquise Brown, Lynn Cox in the slot. Can't wait to see that play out. Jadarius Oliver already is 75. And then, we got to get Dre Tatum some snaps. As much as we like David Perkins, like Tatum is a pretty special rookie. So, the plan at least right away, he's going to play. But the plan right away is going to have him develop as one of our nickel linebackers. So kind of a pass coverage specialist to help shore up that weakness that we've had for a while. Third down back. I definitely want to see Daniel Blue in this role. He's got excellent receiving ability to try to make something happen here. So we will get that in the preseason. In the slot, still going to be George Ingram's job. And now I got to fix all this stuff. Why is Kurt Reiner second pass rusher? Have you seen our team? It's ridiculous how good we are. We'd never play him there. He's like 37th option. Why are they not showing up? Where? I don't know. Makes me play Justin Johnson on the inside, I guess. So like I said, Dre Tatum here. And who's the linebacker you pair him with? That's one of the questions too. Like 90 speed here. Compare Reiner to Jackson. same speed, basically the same athleticism, better awareness for Reiner. And this is just all about coverage here. Like, it's so close. Reiner might get a slight edge just because of man coverage and awareness. So, Dre Tatum, number 31. Remember that number. And in the slot, of course, Lynn Cox. All right, everybody. I am ready to play some preseason today. Open it here against ATL. Let me save it. Yeah, it's kind of weird to me that he can only be listed at rush DT. I guess there are ends that play tackle, but very few tackles that ever kick outside the end. Not a big deal. All right, and for focus players now, Dre Tatum, that makes sense to me. Daniel Blue, I'm okay with that right now. And then, you know, I'd probably go with our guard, Rashad Walker. Keep it simple there. All right, let's get to this first matchup. Been watching you since the Madden 25 franchise. Never seen a content creator who consistently produces better content. Keep it up. Thank you for the super chat, Andrew. Appreciate that very much. Need to look for the fast power returner. I'm with you. I think that we might do that after this game. Because I think, like, you're guaranteed, because they set up the blocking to be useless for you on punt return. You got to break tackles. Because most of those interactions, you're catching the ball, defender's like 3 inches in front of your face. You're not juking them out from a standstill. So you need to be able to break the tackle. Hey Hurricane, you're the GOAT of franchise. Would it be better for Marquise Walker to have Drew Brees throwing motion for the Steelers or Broncos? It'd be faster. Both offenses would be pretty fun for him, but the current Broncos offense I think would be awesome. They're just so deep and young there. So many young players to develop. I would prefer the Broncos. Thoughts on A-Rod buying the Wolves? I don't know. I honestly don't know what to think about that. But, I mean, I don't think anybody's ever been, like, thrilled about Glenn Taylor and the Wolves ownership before. So, the Wolves are just, like, a dumpster franchise all around. So, an ownership change, I think, is positive. They got some good players. But, how about a good team? They've always had good players. And they end up leaving. Alright, so we don't need to see the starters as much in this first game. So if you don't mind, I'm going to sim us straight to the second quarter. I wish they let KG buy the Wolves. Yeah, I know there were rumors about that for years. And that would have been awesome. Like, if you want to get people in the Twin Cities to, like, be fired up about Wolves basketball, I think, like, having Kevin Garnett as part of the organization long term, one way or another, would have gone a long way. All right. What if we do mind? Oh, well. To the second quarter we go anyway. Interception. Falcons kind of... Starters are winning this. Are we trading Grubbs now? He's on the block, so it's the most likely outcome for him. Alright, I'm just kind of speeding this along here. I know what I came to see. Making sure no one got hurt. Good. Now we can watch some of the starters in the next game, but I wanted to see, like, Blue mainly in this one. Floyd Sheffield at backup here. This should be a fun dynamic. Pearson and Kitchen. How about that? Clifford in the slot. I have way too many wide receivers. I'm not even sure who Brian James is. Like, one of you might have signed him because I don't remember him at all. I don't hate the O-line depth, honestly. Trying to think of who's going to play backup tackle here. I might have to sign somebody just because this is not easy. Josh Richards, Jarek Duvall. Yeah, we're not playing these two here. Javier McNeil along. Let's put in Michael Arnett. I mean, he's super raw, but we just got to see him play there. Let's try Jaden O'Neal, and then we'll put Harris on the outside. I like that setup. Tatum here at safety. So he's basically here with the backups playing like a Tyrann Mathieu role. He's going to play safety and then go down to nickel. Handle some of that. I'm sorry this takes so long to set up. I wish they'd let you set like second team stuff so I wouldn't have to spend all this time on it. Dre Tatum. Yeah, let's put Kirk Martin there. I think we're almost ready to play. There we go. All right, everybody. Let's play some football at last. Running the football here inside, and that gets shut down quickly. Swan gets a gain of 2. Now, here's the situation. We have Dre Tatum. He's right in the middle there, number 31. And it's 3rd down and 11 over the middle. Oh, close one there. Underwood had a chance. Can't tell you how many times I've been having a down day and an episode of the rebuild pops up. Instantly makes my day better. Love the content, Kane. I really appreciate that. It's extremely humbling to know that if you're having a tough day, sometimes all it takes is an episode of the rebuild. Appreciate that very much. Hope you're doing well. All right, Floyd Sheffield's going to hand this off, and Daniel Blue gets his first carry as Austin Kitchen will have to leave the game. Come on now, he just shined last preseason. All right, he's on the sideline. Daniel Blue in the backfield, number 5, as Sheffield will throw it on 2nd down, and he is not able to leave the pocket successfully. Kane, can't tell you how excited I am for the Rockies rebuild. Also, your take on the whole Sam Darnold thing in Carolina. Just noticed he's in the Falcons in this game. Cheers from the UK. Got a baseball fan from the UK. What's up? I love it. I appreciate the comment. And yeah, Sam Darnold, so obviously he's one of those guys. There's a couple guys every year where it's like, you know, maybe he's got potential, but it's not going to be found unless he finds a new home. As Sheffield fires downfield, and it's incomplete. So, I mean, he had to get out of New York, first off. Had to get to a team that would set him up a little bit better to succeed. And I think that, you know, Carolina, Joe Brady as the offensive coordinator, they have some really good playmakers in that offense. I'm not sure, like, if the offensive line is going to be significantly better. Like, if that was the priority, like playing behind the Jets line this year is probably better than Carolina's. But, you know, fresh new spot for him to play, I just think will give him the best chance. But I think it kind of forced their hand a bit to pass on Fields. Do you think the Panthers make the trade for Darnold if you tell them that Fields is going to be there at 8. Do you still want to give up a 2 for Darnold? Because I don't think so. So, you know, I don't know if I'm super confident in Darnold's second chance, but it's a really good landing spot. 3rd and 3 across the middle and tripped up. Nice play to Fenderson. What shoe deal would I give Marquise, and what your favorite position on defense to play in Madden? Thank you for creating great content. You helped me out a lot. Keep doing your thing. Raymond, favorite position to play on defense would be safety. Just because you can kind of play more of a freelance role. Like, if you're playing like man coverage underneath, you can kind of just read the quarterback and do whatever you want to do. Like, safeties, I just think, have so much freedom to be playmakers. Depending on the scheme, of course. But a shoe deal for Marquise. I'd have to think Nike. On 2nd and 9. That's caught underneath. Out of bounds at the 34. Kane, who do you like better for fantasy this year? Laviska Shenault or Jalen Reagor? That's a tough one. And I got to start thinking about these things for best ball drafts and stuff. Did he get that? He did. I would say, ooh. Like, my first reaction is to say that Reagor has the higher ceiling, but I'm not sure that's necessarily true. Like, I think you'd have to go Shenault. His targets, the way he's going to get the football is a lot more stable. He's going to be a catch and run guy. I think that it's more likely that Reagor would have like more 100-yard games. But I think Chenault's going to give you more of a floor, and playing with Trevor Lawrence might be enough to give him a ceiling as well. They're going to be pretty creative with him. Like, I think he's a really good fit for Urban Meyer and the way he runs things on offense. So I'd probably go with him. Oh boy, here's the pressure. That's Duval. Should have been drafted by the Jaguars. On 2nd down and 14, more pressure and a deep ball to the end zone. This one is out of bounds. How about the cameraman, though? Like, he just stepped out of the way, kept his angle and everything. Like, that's true commitment to the job. 3rd down and 14 now. More pressure. Duval got there. And it's a gain of 6. I have no idea about Madden 22 plans. I haven't thought that far ahead. ETN will definitely steal a bunch of those short targets. I cannot wait to see ETN in that offense. And you're right, like, he should be taking a lot of those underneath targets. ETN's a solid receiver, and like, I legit think that he could be Dalvin Cook, have that kind of an impact. I've been excited for him to turn pro for like 3 years. How about Daniel Blue with the leg drive there? That's a gain of 6. We haven't seen a whole lot yet. You haven't missed much if you're just popping in the stream. We have Floyd Sheffield in the game here, running with it. Ball in his left hand, and he gets 3 yards. Which cornerback build do you prefer between Antonio Cromartie or Jalen Ramsey? Oh, what a throw! Caught by Hairston. You know I love seeing that. Probably Jalen Ramsey. I think like the size and physicality there, it's like he's the modern day prototype. You know, guys like Antonio Cromartie that are just like super athletes at corner, still really high in demand. I mean, you see those guys go early all the time. Like Surtain is more in the Ramsey mold, and JC Horn is more in the Cromartie mold, and Horn went first. That's a play fake for Sheffield. And there he is, number 88 now, Russ Watson, a new uniform number. I love the J.C. Horn pick. He can match up great against Pitts, but I am a bit worried about our offensive line. My friends laugh at me when I say baseball is my favorite sport. I'm curious how, like, you know, in the UK, how baseball would become your favorite sport. Because I can see the football influence. I mean, the NFL has been over there now for a long time, bringing games and spreading the influence of the sport there. But baseball, I mean, you don't really think of the UK when you think of baseball. Sheffield underneath here now, and that is going to be a short pickup. That's Grubbs checking in. Will they put Horn on Pitts? I don't think so. I think that'd be Jeremy Chinn's responsibility, personally. He's the guy they move around, and I think, like, he's got better size to potentially match up there. So that's what I would expect. First down, Sheffield throwing away. We've only seen Blue carry the ball a few times, and they've been good carries. Will the Angels ever get to the playoffs with Trout again? Probably, but it's just baffling how little winning that team has done over the years. They add Anthony Rendon, and it's like you can't even tell they made the upgrade. I know he hasn't been as good as he was with the Nationals, and he's been hurt, especially this year. Third down, and Sheffield completes it to Daniel Clifford. All right, then. I don't know, that Angels team, like, you see these teams in the bigs where it's like their offense centers around like 3 to 4 key players, and then it's just a bunch of guys to fill out the order. And it's like, is it better to have a build like the A's, where the A's, I think, have a few really solid above average players with like Olsen, Chapman, Laureano. I just think like 1 through 9, a lineup like theirs is better when they can throw in like Mark Canha and Sean Murphy. And there's just more of a threat beyond the middle of the order there. The Angels got Ohtani, Trout, Walsh, Rendon. But it's like, when is it going to start turning into wins? Yeah, I did see Kelnick's homer last night. That was a solid swing. Oh, you got to pick that off. It's overthrown. On 2nd and 10. That's a catch for about 6 yards. Yep, still preseason game 1. First half of the first game. So no worries. 3rd and 4. That's going to convert. I want to see some excitement here. Somebody throw a deep ball. Dent on 2nd down, right across the middle. That's where I'm hoping our coverage gets a little bit stronger this year with the addition of Dre Tatum. Your Twins franchise got me into it when I found it in 18. I've been in love with it since. Baseball is kind of an addicting game in a way. Like, if it clicks, like, it just... I don't know, I love baseball. And I understand, like, anytime someone talks about why they don't like baseball, it's boring, there's not enough action, it's slow. I'm like, you're 100% right on almost all, on like all of that, but I still like it for everything it does well. One thing I think baseball does a great job with is like building up anticipation to like big moments with like working the count, and you get deep into the game and you get runners on base, and it's like you get all these moments that could potentially be game changing, and now most of them aren't. It's just the nature of the game. It's a game built on failure for the hitters. There we go. Duvall is just wrecking here. Second sack for Jarek Duvall. I think the first regular season game is likely coming out Monday for the Rockies. I'm going to work on the series tonight and tomorrow. And I'll get it up as soon as I can. I would just imagine Monday. Tomorrow, possible. That would require me to have a pretty good night. Have I thought about doing the same type of rebuild on 2K? Little bit. I'm more at home here with football and baseball. I just know things better. But if I were to do basketball again, it'd probably be this style. Here's Dent on first down. You know what? I want to watch our offense. I'm tired of Dent. And of course, they're having this long possession now, and we'll get it back. Got the bug to happen here, so might be watching the rest of this. All right. I want to see Daniel Blue, but how about Floyd Sheffield right now, scrambling ahead to the 47-yard line. Three-man rush. The ball's out quick. Nice catch by Terrence Pearson. Oh, we're punting? So Blue got 82 overall because just when you move his position, his ratings fit better at running backs. So it juiced his overall quite a bit. This is a run to the left. Nice play there by Fry, number 27. For some reason, I always forget his first name. I'm normally very good with names, but I keep forgetting his. Dent. Broken up. Fry. Remind me of his name. Dante Fry. Dante Fry. Third down and 6 now. Dent over the middle. Oh, Tatum's right there. That's okay. At least he's close. Oh, exactly, Quinn. Like his receiving skills, his elusive skills, high ball carrier vision on day one. That'll do it. Thank you for the super chats here, everybody. If I had to build your MLB franchise around one player, who would I choose? Tatis, Soto, Acuna, or Guerrero? If I had to choose one. I'm not sure if there's a wrong answer. Dent. Again, the coverage is pretty tight from Fry. I'd probably go Ronald Acuna. If you were to make me pick from those four. Running left here. Not much room. Got Jaden O'Neal in the game with Trevor Underwood. Dent on 2nd and 6 underneath with a penalty marker down. That's coming back. You watching the UFC fights tonight. Also, you get a haircut. Looking clean cut. Thank you for the $5.69 super chat there, Steven. I'm not really into MMA. It's one of those things that I just don't think I could enjoy, like, by myself. Like, oh, you gotta pick that. I mean, I was into it when I would, like, you know, go out for the fights and watch them with people, but I haven't done that in so long. Oh boy. Richards now with the pressure. These tackles are just getting exposed. How good is, like, considering like where UFC's been over the past 10, 15 years, are they in like a really good spot, like really good talent, really good fights, good action most of the time? Like, I'm not even sure where they really are. I did get a haircut. That's a fake, and that is not good. Do I remember getting my Wii U? A little bit, yeah. That was like a late night. Should I go get a Wii U? Yeah. I think I bought it like 2 in the morning. There goes Floyd. He's down at the 8. We want to see some action here. Floyd Sheffield fires one downfield, and making the catch is Austin Kitchen. Of course, that's all he did last preseason. 32 yards. Oh my goodness. I love Kitchen here. It's hard to make the roster here as a receiver when you're talking about Pearson as the 4, Kitchen as the 5. Like, these guys can play. Over the middle and off the mark. UFC has had some of the best fights I've ever seen in the past couple of years. Floyd Sheffield on 2nd down. Completes again to Austin Kitchen. Now, he's the kind of guy you want to sign if you want to renovate the offense, you know? Oh boy, Sheffield's got a lead block. Nice job. All the way out. Breaking a tackle out of bounds at the 31. Now we're starting to get some excitement here. This is fun. I can't pause the game. I'm sorry. Well, I can. I just can't do anything. I got the bug here. I'm stuck in Super Sim. If I want to fix it, I got to shut the game off and turn it back on. Just don't feel like wasting the time right now. Sheffield on 1st down. Dumped it off. Here goes Blue. We wanted to see this. 3 yards. I don't think I'll change any sliders for MLB. That's one of the things I love about MLB is I don't have to. I will probably put injuries up and trades down. So those sliders, sure. But gameplay sliders, I don't anticipate it. Inside with Blue across the 15, getting 6 yards. That's 49 on 9 carries. Still planning to trade Richards. Probably an end of preseason move. Blue ahead to the 11. Falls ahead to the 9. Changes number. Sure, we'll swap it off a 4. Flip to Pearson, spinning ahead. It just feels like everybody's trying to one-up one another to make the best play of the day. Like, this is getting fun. 2nd and goal. Clifford cuts it up. He's smashed at the 5-yard line by Watson. This is at the end of the stream or after? Probably after. I want to focus on the action here. 3rd and goal. Count it for the touchdown. Dante Hairston. Not a fan favorite, but the creator favorite. That was a nice drive, everybody. Given the archetype upgrades, how would you bring back mini camp drills? Also, reasonable goal for the Texans this season. I think it's reasonable for us to expect to win our first playoff game. Given the archetype upgrades, though, how would I bring back mini camp drills? So, I think the way I do it is I wouldn't focus on archetypes. I'd focus on, like, specific abilities and kind of making them just universal. So, like, the mini camp drills they used to have in the PS2 Maddens, you know, you could have, like, your running back do a drill and get his ratings up. And I think, like, incorporating drills that just focus on specific skills. Say you want to do like a coverage drill, and it's like, all right, man-to-man coverage. Give it your best shot. Upgrade this player's man coverage. And it could be a linebacker against a tight end. It could be a cornerback against a wide receiver. So that's how I do it. That'd be so cool if they did something like that. Little mini camp drills. Kind of like, I guess similar to like how Road to Glory had it. Imagine being able to go in the off season and do like Oklahoma drills with your linebackers and work on a couple things. Block shedding or hit power or whatever. Or it could be practice situations, but go Road to the Show style. You know when you're playing Road to the Show and you take a pitch outside the zone, plate vision goes up. Or you power swing and you hit, a double in the gap. Power goes up. You can do something like that in football where it's like you're training, and if you lay a hit stick on a guy, hit power goes up. Or hit power XP goes up. Something like that. Or like a good man coverage rep is just good for that. Like there's so many ways you could do it. I didn't get Tyreek Hill because there were 11 teams interested and I wasn't into a competitive deal there. And Macklin has more multi-year upside for less money with 98 speed. We will see Macklin, yes, the next game. For sure. We'll see Blue. We'll play starters next game. Blue over Penn. See what he can do with the starters. Do I like Javonte Williams? Yeah, I do. Some thought he was the best running back in the class. I don't think that... He wouldn't have been my number one. I still think he's my number 3. But, excited to see what he can do in Denver. That's wide open. That's trouble. Over the middle here. We have 4 minutes to go, so this is fun. I hope the Falcons just kick a field goal here, and we get a chance to go and see Floyd Sheffield run a 2-minute drill. Strong run to the 10. Why is he in the game? Oh, backups are getting in there now, and Hillhouse just got hurt. Please don't be serious. Oh, no. Blue's been pretty good. Got to see more reps. But now Hillhouse coming out of the game. He's not starting. It's just a long drive, and they got him in there. Dante Fry's doing a really good job. Well, that stings. Setting up the screen here. Oh, my goodness. 3 tackles for loss. Who's 92? That's Arnett in his first preseason game? Michael Arnett. That's that 6'6", 280 with 80-something speed or whatever all the way outside. Oh, Michael Arnett. 3 tackles for loss? I wish I could, like, just have them all in front of me right now to watch them all over again. Handoff. Fry. Almost ripped it out. Hopefully it's not like, it's obviously going to be a somewhat serious injury for Hillhouse, but hopefully it's like end of preseason or something. I'll sign a couple more players for depth. I'll sign a tackle and maybe another defensive tackle. I wanted to sign an offensive tackle and a defensive tackle. All right, so ATL up 3. Comeback time. Preseason. Here we go. Do I think Gurley or Peterson will be signed first? That's caught by Kitchen. That's interesting. Peterson retired. I never heard about that. Sheffield underneath. I would say Gurley only because of age. Oh, still going. Pearson has the first down. Yeah, that's where Arnett's playing. He's actually playing D-tackle. Oh, there goes Sheffield. Keep going inside the 30. He wanted to cut it back. Did you see that? He thought about it. He's like, nope, going out of bounds. That was the most heads-up play I ever seen. Run it back, replay. Come on, Madden, you love your replays. He thought about it. I like Floyd Sheffield. Spreading out the defense on first down. Sheffield dumps it off. There's a penalty. Oh, roughing. On first down, we have Sheffield over the middle. It's a touchdown again for Dante Hairston. Second of the game. And now it's Atlanta having to drive down to answer. And maybe we'll see somebody on defense make a play. This is CPU versus CPU. And to be perfectly honest, like, this is the most fun I've had playing Madden in a very long time, are these CPU games. I think it's a cleaner version of the game. You just get a better game of football, I feel, this way. And, I mean, I'm just chilling here, talking with chat, calling the game. Like, I love it. I wouldn't change anything. Except for I wish I could control the camera manually and see all 22. 56 seconds. Dent. What a throw, and it's dropped. That was pretty good by Dent. I like that. Yeah, that was Hairston again who scored. Four-man rush. Here comes Duval! 3rd and 22. Time running out. And here is Dent. He scans, he fires, he takes the shot, and it's intercepted! What a catch! It's Claiborne! I don't even remember who that is. That was a sick animation. I haven't seen this one. Like, what is this? Come on! What's his spec catch? How about that second half for Sheffield? He's balling out here. Yep, that's a wrap, everybody. Things got exciting as soon as, like, the bug happened where I couldn't leave. I'm glad I didn't. There was nothing but big plays there. CPU versus CPU on what difficulty, or it don't matter? I would just say all pro. All pro. This is preseason, yes, and it's the most exciting preseason. What a win for the Houston Texans in the preseason. That was fun. Why are we punting? Love from Ghana. Thank you very much. Love here from the state of Texas. Thoughts on Blues' first game? It was solid. Now I want to see him with the starters, and that's going to be next game. All right, I want to see some of those plays again. There was a kitchen catch earlier. I think that was third quarter. Let's see if they saved it. They sure didn't save a lot of replays. They saved this one. This was a third down. Just a prayer ball downfield for Austin Kitchen. Don't know how he did that. Let's go to that interception by Donald Claiborne. Just in case you didn't get a good look at it earlier. I mean, this is sick right here. I mean, come on. You trying to make a team, you make a play like that. He did get mossed. Trey, that is way too much. You hit too many zeros. Best Madden content creator on YouTube. Take my money. Are you kidding, man? Thank you. That is unbelievable. Thank you so much. You never have to give that much ever again. My goodness. Appreciate that, Trey. Thank you. On we go to game 2. Stream is getting a lot of fun here. Oh, O-line mentorship. Please be Rashad Walker. Please be Rashad Walker. It's Ernie Pittman. Backup center. All right. Wrong guy. What was Hillhouse's injury? We are about to check, but I don't think it said a new injury, Noto, there. So I think that I might get lucky here and no injury for Hillhouse. Allow me to sign some depths to make sure he doesn't play with the backups anymore. Top 5 quarterbacks and edge rushers in the NFC right now. Let's bring in Chris Carney here as a speed rusher. Top 5 quarterbacks in the NFC. Well, obviously, you got Rodgers, you got Brady. Splitting it up by conference makes me think a little bit more. Russ, Brady, Rodgers. And then, like, who would be next? Like, Dak, Ryan, Kyler. Getting kind of tough at that point to find out 4th or 5th in the NFC. Yeah, backup offensive tackle too. Good call. Let's go Miles Proctor out of USC. Say Cousins. I mean, there are weeks. There's actually months out of the season where Cousins is like a top 10 quarterback. But it doesn't count when it's only 5-6 weeks. Yeah, Stafford's there too. But if you're telling me to pick between Matt Ryan, Stafford, and Dak, like, I'm having a hard time. And I'd probably honestly go Dak. I'm a big Dak guy now. I'm a Dak believer. I'm signing another defensive tackle just because we need more guys. Who has the highest? Change of direction. Jeremiah. Clemson! Everybody went to Clemson. that I sign. The only players I like to sign are from Clemson or Louisville. Donald Claiborne here, 63. 63 overall made that play. All right, it doesn't show it here. What's Donald Claiborne's spec catch? Does that matter for like defenders? Does that trigger the flashy animations like we just saw in that last game? Like, what's his spec catch? 39. Oh man. That was pretty sweet. Edge rushers, though, off top of my head, coming to mind would be Daniil Hunter when he's healthy. Obviously, Aaron Donald's interior. I'm pretty sure Chandler Jones would be in the top 5. Splitting it up by conference actually makes this tougher. Obviously, there's Mac, so that's an easy one. And then it's like, all right, how many are better than Chase Young? Does he quite make it to like the 5th spot? Yeah, I'm excited to see how that Cardinals defense looks now because they add J.J. Watt. I don't think we have any idea yet what they're really going to do with Isaiah Simmons. And then they draft Zaven Collins, and they're going to trade Jordan Hicks. And Zaven Collins, really athletic, really big linebacker. He's going to play Mike. Like, I don't know what that defense, how good they're going to be. But there's enough talent to be intrigued by what they got going on there. Oh, I love Zadarius Smith. Trade offer here for Josh Richards. Let's see what teams are offering here. A 3 and a 3? I mean, I think we do that right now. Yeah? Can you see that just fine? Like, the 2 third-round picks for Josh Richards? Let's do it. We still have a lot of edge rush depth. All right, game 2. How do I feel about the Patriots situation? I'm still very much on the Patriots bandwagon right now for being much better. I think that I probably think higher of Cam Newton than like the public does right now, recognizing that he wasn't great last year, and I don't think he's gonna be like, you know, as good as he was in 2015 or even like 2017 Cam. But I'm intrigued by the offense as a whole. Like, I think you're seeing the 2 tight end offense. I'm so intrigued by what they're doing, partially because of the way the game has changed. Like, linebackers now are better equipped to cover those tight ends, but I still think like they're going to keep teams in personnel that also lets them run the football really well. And that's where I want to see how good they can be. Like, I'm really intrigued this year by what they're going to do with Ramondre Stevenson, because I think the running game is going to be a big part of what they do, not just like the 2 tight end stuff. So I think it's going to be very promising. All right, so on this one, it's going to be Daniel Blue. I almost called him Alfred Blue. I don't think he's in the league anymore. Can we get a confirmation if Alfred Blue played in the NFL last year? I feel like he played for the Texans for like a decade and then just wasn't there anymore. Oh yeah, Josh Richards is about to play us. Okay. That should be fun. Tyler Patterson. He throws a fastball. That's a pretty good throw. Alfred Blue? No way, he was not in the XFL. No way. I don't think he was. No. He hasn't played in like 2 years. About to say, I watched the XFL. Trent Richardson was there. On second down, Patterson on target. I think that's up against Tre'Davious White. Is he wearing number 20? Yep. So Tre'Davious White, top of the screen, wears number 20. There's Kurt Reiner doing what Kurt Reiner does. How many World Series do you think you can win with the Rockies? Hopefully at least one. Like, it's going to be a uphill battle. Patterson on target again. Pretty good start to the drive here. Saints up to the 30. Nice play, Joe Jackson. How do you feel giving the Jets a top 3 pick this year? We don't need the energy here. We're still in hype mode. Picking top 3. That'll be something if we give the Jets. Like, if the Jets actually gambled on our pick and win, it's gonna be, I'm gonna be furious. Patterson throws the deep ball, and it's broken up by Tre'Davious White. That's why we signed him. I'm really excited about Kellen Mond as the backup for Cousins. I mean, he's legit backup quarterback now. Like, he has the ability to one day become a starting quarterback. And, you know, he comes in with a lot of college experience. He's got a big arm. He's mobile. I think, like, out of all the day 2 quarterbacks, he was the one I wanted for the Vikings to target. It was either him or Kyle Trask. Yeah, still all pro default. 4 years running. Like, there's no reason to make a change. 1st and 10. Watch out! TJ Watt's on the Saints. Is Josh Richards starting? I don't know what number they have him wearing. Daniel Blue is going to play with the starters today. I want to see exactly what he can do. Oh, I absolutely do think that Cam's best days are behind him, but I don't think, like, he's, like, incapable of having an impact on a winning team. You know, he still ran for 12 touchdowns a year ago. He's still going to be a factor in the running game, and I think the offense as a whole in New England is going to be so much better. I mean, Cam's probably not going to be the most efficient passer, but if he can still hit some occasional big plays and just get the ball to the tight ends, control the middle of the field, and still have an impact as a runner, you know, go get 500 yards or something, be a good red zone running threat, like, there's no reason to think the Patriots can't bounce back. Patterson on 1st down. Throws it away. To the outside and outrunning Perkins. Okay. 84. 21 after the catch. Perkins kind of looks slow there. People forget that Cam is only 32. The way some people talk about him, you'd think he's pushing 40. He is 32, but keep in mind, he's played 10 years behind bad offensive lines, taking punishment as a runner as well. Like, that's going to tack on some years. You wouldn't, you know, a running back that's played for 10 years, that's a big deal. He's a quarterback that's played like a running back for 10 years. He's taken punishment like a running back. But I'd love to see, you know, Cam have a bit of a resurgence here late in his career. Patterson wants nothing to do with that pressure. He was in a bad car accident. He also had COVID last year. Like, it just had a lot of stuff going against him. And yeah, he wasn't great. Wow. Hillhouse is back. He's feeling good. Like, I'm not banking on Cam being a top 10 quarterback or anything like that. But good enough to help that team win again. An important piece of the puzzle. Like, I do think that can happen. You gotta go. I mean, you're indoors. That wasn't even close. Daniel Blue across the 45 for a gain of 3. That's complete to Amari Jones for a first down. Early season Super Bowl prediction. I never have an interesting answer for these. Ooh, Macklin. I want to see the deep ball, though. Early predictions for the Super Bowl. Like, obviously, I'm going to try to be a little contrarian with my answer. So, got an NFC team picked out as Roseman goes down. How about Rams and Chiefs? Honestly, at the top of the NFC. Especially if Rodgers doesn't go back to the Packers. But even if he does, as Blue takes it inside the 10. Like, I think the Rams are going to be one of the best teams in the NFC this year. I do think the Stafford over Goff transition is going to be a big upgrade for them. So why not the Rams? I think the Cowboys could be pretty good, but I've thought that for a while. So I'm just waiting for it to happen. And obviously, you know, Dak played like 2 games last year. So there's a very good reason why it didn't happen a year ago. Here we go. Macklin. Nowhere to go. Oh, yeah, that Rams defense. I do think losing Brandon Staley is going to be a big deal. That doesn't count. The Hairston touchdown party is coming to an end. Who's the new defensive coordinator for the Rams? Is it an in-house change? Like, was this a touchdown? I know Dak, it went like 1-4 with Dak or 1-3, but it was also the NFC East. Like, healthy Dak wins that division at least. They counted it! Hairston! Yes! Thoughts on the Saints without Breeze? Sean Payton's a really good offensive coordinator and play caller, so I'm excited to see it. Like, they've had to be pretty flexible the last 2 years. I mean, Teddy started for a month. Taysom Hill started for a month. So they have practiced not having Drew Brees. I don't think it's going to be spectacular or anything, but I wouldn't count out Sean Payton too quickly. Raheem Morris is the new Rams defensive coordinator? Okay. But what I think is going to happen this year for the Rams, and why I like them so much right now, is I think we're really going to see, like, remember when, like, Sean McVay was, like, the new offensive genius a few years ago? When the Rams made their runs. Actually, I think their most impressive season, the one I enjoyed watching the most, was probably the year before they had Brandon Cooks, and they were just like a good team. I think they beat like the Falcons or whatever in that playoff game, and then they got bounced in like the second round. But I think we're gonna see a major offensive resurgence with that team. They got a lot of good playmakers. Cam Akers going into year 2. They're pretty deep at wide receiver. And I think that they can open things up more. Like, I always thought Jared Goff held back the offense. And to me, Stafford's going to let McVay do what he wants to do, and that's intercepted. Love to see it. Yeah, the Rams, when they had Gurley at the top of his game, like, that was a different offense. I don't think Cam Akers is quite like peak Todd Gurley, but no reason to think he won't be effective. Amontre, thank you for the super chat. No message, but I appreciate that nonetheless. Roseman floats it, and it's caught by George Ingram. We got highlights on top of highlights today. This is awesome. Kane, what's the longest you let your hair grow? However long it was last time I streamed, basically. Like, I don't like my hair even getting, like, medium length. As soon as it's long enough to be, like, messy in the morning when I wake up, like, I'm done at that point. Roseman will throw it. Will we see Dante Hairston score here? What's going to happen here in the red zone? Hairston's not on the field, so it's going to be a bit tough. Roseman, 3rd and 4. Floats up top, and that is incomplete. How is everybody playing? I just arrived. Everybody is playing phenomenal. We had a 63 overall safety make the best interception I've ever seen last game. Michael Arnett, 3 tackles for loss. Daniel Blue looks pretty good, but he hasn't really had a highlight play yet. Floyd Sheffield had a really good run. Austin Kitchen, an amazing catch. Dante Hairston, 3 touchdown catches. 1 was really nice. Dante Fry looked really good. Jarek Duvall looked really good. Like, that's a long list for 5.5 quarters of preseason. Tyler Patterson's got all day, and he'll fire downfield. That's broken up by Trey White. How do I feel about San Francisco? Do I think Jimmy G, how long do I think he's there? I think the trade, like an impending trade of Jimmy G, for it to happen this year, it's going to take Trey Lance being really good as a rookie. And, hard to say, how realistic it is for him to start right away. Like, this could be an Alex Smith situation where Lance sits for a year and takes over next. Now, when you trade up for a quarterback like they did, as aggressively as they did, it's like, you know, you expect that guy to play. But I don't know what to expect because he's so inexperienced coming from an FCS school, not playing in over a year. But the landing spot is ideal. Like, the team that he landed on is perfect for him. If I had to guess right now, I honestly don't think Jimmy's traded this year. Because something would... Josh Richards just sacked Rosemond. But I don't think Jimmy's traded this year because the catalyst for him being traded is Lance becomes the definitive starter and plays well. That has to happen in the first 8 weeks of the season. Nice job, Blue. Okay, so it has to happen in the first 8 weeks of the season before the trade deadline. And I would just bet against that happening. I think next offseason's more likely. Oh, it's caught by Macklin! The highlights just keep on rolling. I love this. Rams have some nice running backs with potential for sure. Definitely. Cam Akers. Really excited to see him. Did the Dodgers really sign Pujols? That's shocking. I thought he would have for sure gone to an American League team. I thought the DH was pretty important. That's a curious fit, honestly. On first down, that is caught for the touchdown by Gordon Norwood. Tight end scoring touchdowns. That's all we do. That's... Because Muncy plays first every day, right? Is he just like Muncy's backup then? I will say, though, as a National League fit, you know, National League teams use their bench a lot more. So he probably won't start very often, but I could see him getting an at-bat a game the rest of the way, just coming off the bench as a pinch hitter. If you just want a guy to come off the bench, I can put the ball in play. I guess that makes sense, but to me, the Dodgers, like... They wouldn't be the team that I'd think would make that move. Oh, I missed a super chat. I apologize. I was in the zone. Flying in there, Marquise Brown. Make Blue a backup slot receiver for if Ingram gets tired. That would be fun to check out. You guys want to see Blue play some slot receiver? And then play my guy Gillisley in the backfield? I kind of like that. Just to see. Nowhere to go. In your Rockies franchise, as Patterson throws out of bounds, if you don't win after 5 years, would you consider trading for Tatis, Robert Buxton? See, my thought there is I wouldn't start a rebuild with like just a star player. Like, I have an idea of how I need to build the team, and I'm probably going to be more on, I probably have a different type of build because you're talking about the Rockies' budget being less than a lot of other teams, and then not having a great farm system. Like, I have I'll talk about it when I get to actual Rockies episodes, but in my head, I've already kind of laid out what I'm expecting. TJ Watt's beaten Becton twice to sack Rosemond. That's tough. What's the best food to get at Costco and why is it pizza? Oh man, the Costco pizza. You get so much pizza for 10 bucks. It's the best bargain. Caught by Hairston. They took away the churros though at Costco. I think they're coming back sometime soon. I got one like one of the first times I ever went to Costco, and then they like simplified the menu like a lot of places did for the pandemic. So I've only ever had the churro once. Costco has muffins? Well, oh, actually, yeah, over in the baked section. I've actually, like, I'm not sure I've ever bought anything there because, like, the quantities you get stuff in there, it's for, like, 8 people. Like, I am not getting 2 dozen cookies for $7 just because it's $7 or whatever. Like, I don't need that. Costco or Sam's Club? Oh, I'm Team Costco. Roseman on 3rd and 9. He's got the time and floats it. Let's go. It's caught. First down. Devin Macklin. Those cookies last for weeks. No, the problem is I don't necessarily trust myself around 2 dozen cookies. Would ball carrier vision help with returnability? Nice job, Norwood. Find a power guy with good vision. Punch probably is low. Kick returners possible. It's worth a shot. I mean, I've been trying to find kick returners for years. Oh my, Amari Jones! Took it out of the clouds! I'm telling you, man, this preseason is bringing out the best in this team. My goodness. What a rebound by Amari Jones. That was one of the best touchdowns I think I've seen in this game. Second quarter, yeah. Allow me to grab a... I don't necessarily need a thumbnail. I already have a thumbnail for this video. And the next episode's going to be week 1. That was sweet. Is MLB The Show on PS5 worth it? I mean, I'm enjoying MLB The Show. I guess it depends, like... Are you happy with where franchise mode is at? Because they haven't done a lot to make it better, but do you enjoy it enough as is? Because it all depends how you want to spend your time on the game. Like, if the card collecting modes are your thing, I think Diamond Dynasty is the most interesting card collecting sports mode there is. If I had to pick one to get into, it would be Diamond Dynasty. Over, like, Madden Ultimate Team or 2K's My Team. Second and 2. Here's the pressure. Do you see the Seahawks doing a rebuild if they don't win a Super Bowl in 2 to 3 years? Definitely think it's possible. I mean, we're approaching... This is the 10th year Russell Wilson. So it could become a situation like that. You know, they've lost a lot in recent years, and have they gained enough? Do I like Chipotle? I got 2 bowls yesterday. I didn't eat both of them, so I had this idea. I like when Chipotle lasts a while, but there's no way I'm taking a bowl and I'm turning it into 2 meals. I'm a grown man. I gotta eat. So I got 2 bowls, combine them, and cut it into thirds. Alright? So that's what I'm eating this weekend. 2 bowls, split into thirds. Because I wanted a little bit more than just 1 meal, 1 bowl. How about 3 meals, 2 bowl? Who wins the NFC West, and what do you think about Kellen Mond? Right now, I'd say the Rams. That's wide open for Jones. I think it's the Rams right now. I'm a huge believer in their offense this year. And I'm not expecting tremendous regression from the defense. Do I pay extra for guac? No. Way too cheap for that. Caught by Norwood. Chat very split on Chipotle. There are a few people here. And then I've had a lot of questions about Mond over the past couple of weeks, but I'm just excited that the Vikings have a backup with starting caliber upside. You know, a guy who played a ton in college. He was one of the most experienced quarterbacks coming into this draft class. I like that, you know, he's got mobility in his game. I think that's something that teams are going to covet in backups to develop. Nice job by Amari. So, yeah, I mean, he was exactly who I wanted. I streamed the second round, me watching it, and I was saying I wanted them to draft Kellen Mond. And then they drafted Kellen Mond. I've never been to Qdoba. Rosemond, he's extending. Now he stops, fires to the end zone, and it's incomplete. That 200 is for guac. I'm actually not even that big of a fan of guac. Like, I think it's good, but I don't need it. My order from Chipotle: barbacoa, white rice, lettuce, cheese, hot salsa. And that's plenty for me. So that was a really fun game. I want to just probably skip the rest of it, and we'll get to, well, maybe not. Maybe I'll just watch some of the backups in this one. No, I'm not really huge on pico. I've never liked the texture like tomatoes being in things, so I'm not huge on it. I much prefer just salsa or something. I want to see a little bit of Russ Watson at tight end. Second tight end. I know I signed a tackle. Miles Proctor. Trying to get this set up again. Don't want to see starters playing here. I want to see a lot more of Michael Arnett, though. Almost ready, guys. To discuss football a bit, as a 49ers fan, I did not realize how big Trey Lance is. How good do you think he can be in San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan? I mean, I thought it was the best fit for him out of anywhere else in the league, honestly. I think with Shanahan's play calling, with the play action and the running game being so much of an emphasis, and then what you can add with Lance's running ability, like, I fully expect that Shanahan's going to have a very good plan for how to utilize him. But I think he can be really good. Like, he was drafted because of his upside. Now, he's inexperienced, and maybe it takes a little time before he starts. I mean, you don't need to have the expectation that he starts immediately. But he's drafted because of his upside. So, I'm excited to see him eventually play, whenever that may be. Did anything big happen this preseason? James? The only thing that's happened here in preseason are big things. Big plays, non-stop, by almost everybody on the team. It's been phenomenal to watch. It has been so much fun. ETN's been playing receiver at practice. It would not shock me if he played a little bit to get a few reps out there. I doubt it's going to be anything like regular, maybe a couple snaps here and there. But for sure, you want to find ways to use him as a receiver, so you wouldn't be doing your job if you didn't at least see what he could do as a slot or something. All right, Marcus Gillislee. I know he's kind of old news. We have Daniel Blue now, but I still have hopes that Gillislee can be effective for us down the road. Macklin's going to be number 2 on the depth chart as that ball comes out. Okay, then. Just wanted to thank you for the content and all the fun you provide us on a daily basis. All the best from Italy. Thank you very much, Andre. I appreciate that very, very much. All right, so they got themselves a quick touchdown, and they will not get the 2. How can you watch it like this? I'm weird. I've done hundreds of games like this for like the last 4 Maddens. Because to me, it's all about the team building and the strategy behind that, and then watching the players play. Like, I don't care if I play the game. I want to see the players make plays, and ultimately, if it's just because of their ratings and not because of my input, it makes no difference to me. It actually might be even more fun, because it becomes more of a game of strategy. You know, I like seeing these players that I target come in and do exactly what I wanted them to do, or to surprise me in some way. Gillislee up the middle, first down. And not playing the game traditionally, I just get to hang out with chat, talk about whatever I want to talk about, and the football's there. Do we get rid of Robert Penn? Nope. I just haven't been playing him a ton. I wanted to see Daniel Blue, and now we're with the backups, so he wouldn't play anyway. Joseph, you missed a lot of big plays. Like, a lot of big plays from a variety of players. Hopefully more to come. Play fake. Floyd Sheffield. He's going to run with it and get hit at the 45. Watching Kane Sim as ruined user playing for me. Nothing wrong with playing the game this way. It's so fast, too. Look at the pace of play. Boom. First down catch. And, well, I guess this is a little slow here, but on to the next one. It's faster than playing a traditional game. And to me, it's just as, if not more, enjoyable. This is game 2 right now. And we get through seasons so quick because we do a little bit of simulating as well. Like, if you're going to play a Madden for 12 months, or maybe it's less because you'll get tired of it after a while. Like, how else are you going to get through 10 plus years if that's what you want to do? Playing every game? You can. But this is easier. There goes Sheffield, and he's got room. Where's the defense? Inside the 15. A 33-yard run. That was pretty good. Was part of a league like this with 20-plus players, and it was a good time? I bet. With multiple users, even something like this, you know. I still think that could be highly competitive. Gillislee cuts it up. Touchdown. Beautiful. Marcus Gillislee. Like, I still think it would be almost like playing fantasy football at that point. If you're like in a league with multiple people building your team and they go head to head, it'd be just like fantasy football. And to me, if I wanted to have a more competitive environment, like if my focus was my skill, getting better at the game, and like beating other people, like I play online. I play franchise because I'm trying to have my own football universe. And I want to experience everything that goes into that. The highs, the lows, you know, never knowing if what game we watch could be a win or a loss. There's been a lot of losing in this series. And it's like, I don't really care about my ability at the game. I like the strategy element of building a team. And then I just want to see the twists and turns that naturally happen during a season. That's why you'll see me like, I want injuries in my series. I want weird things to happen. I want drop passes. I want a lot of things that drive people nuts when they play online. I've never played Football Manager, but if I can get like a little foundation and knowledge of the sport, I'd love to check it out. I've played a little bit of like out of the park baseball, and I haven't played it nearly enough. Like, I'd love to play out of the park again. It just never ends up happening, unfortunately. Oh, that's... At least he saved it. Well, I don't have any time to be joining other, like, Madden leagues or anything. I hardly have time to do everything I want to do here for content and whatnot. Appreciate the offer, but my time is at maximum usage. I don't really see me playing Ultimate Team again. Like, if I had to play one, and I've had a little bit of an urge to play Diamond Dynasty just because I think it's the most interesting card collecting mode. It seems to be the easiest to go no money spent, and I refuse to put a dime into Ultimate Team and that kind of stuff. Like, Ultimate Team to me, one of the reasons why I don't play it is because it has absolutely no respect for your time. The game is not designed for you to use your time wisely. Unless you think solo challenges are fun. Like, I have a friend who's been playing the show, no money spent, while playing multiple franchises, screwing around, and his whole team on the show right now is like, he's got like the Diamond Buxton, the Diamond Kirby Puckett, Shohei Ohtani. He's got all sorts of really good cards. And he's built the team in like just a few weeks, no money spent. Like, I'm pretty sure he's got a pretty competitive squad right now for early season Diamond Dynasty. I'd really like to check out Football Manager sometime. Like, I just don't think like that's a starting point for getting into the sport. To me, I'd have to play a little bit of FIFA or something to get a foundational knowledge. Like, when I got into football, it was Madden first. And then like real football, and then, you know, just getting deeper and deeper into things. And I'm interested in trying out FIFA's, like, franchise equivalent. I don't know if, like, it's any good. But I know there's, like, so many teams, so many leagues. Like, is there fun to be had in, like, FIFA's franchise equivalent? Boom. Caught by Pearson. Yeah, Madden got me into football. Exactly. It wasn't football got me into Madden. Like, I've thought about just picking up FIFA on the Switch, knowing it's not that great, but it could be, like, just something I mess around with when I have time. Don't have to be here at my console or anything, at my desk to play it. Like, I know the FIFA on Switch is, like, it's basically like FIFA 14 on Xbox 360 ported over, and they don't do anything new to it. But as somebody who's not like a FIFA diehard and just wants like a cheap way to get into the series, that might actually be good. Love it, Carlos. Love it. Don't play Football Manager. It's super addictive. I don't game on my PC. I've never played a game on this PC. But if I were, the most interesting games to me would be like Out of the Park or Football Manager. FIFA franchise can be great. You can pick a team in England's 4th division and try to take them to the Premier League in Europe. Hope ball as well. Appreciate that, Danny. Yeah, there's so much to like the leagues there because like relegation is a thing. Oh, that was a nice juke. You know, teams get relegated and there's so many different leagues and everything, and I don't even have like a basic knowledge of all of it, but I find it interesting. Especially all that crammed into FIFA. It just seems like there's so many options. You know, if I ever want to get into it, I've become friends with Matt 10 from Operation Sports. I started talking to him because of like slider needs and trying to give him feedback. Madden 19, I was trying to get well, actually it was more on Madden 20. Actually, we started talking about sliders a lot because they kept releasing patches that would change things. And so I started talking to Matt to try to like help him out, get feedback, and ask him questions. And because Madden just kept putting out updates, we spent more and more time talking and became good friends because of Madden's slider situation. And he's a big FIFA guy too. So I could always talk to him a little bit. I got friends that are into the sport. We don't talk about it very much. What are we doing here? We're falling apart. FIFA 14 might be better than the current one. Yeah, there's always... I see a little bit of stuff. Like, I don't follow 2K a lot or FIFA, but it always seems like there's a lot of people not liking the direction of the gameplay. Like, I know I talked to Matt a little bit about it earlier in FIFA's life cycle, and I think he liked the game a lot when it came out, and then they made a bunch of changes and got it to a place where it's hard to fix. I believe that was the summary of it. I know he's also a big fan of PES. He told me it's not PES. I thought it was just PES. Pro Evolution Soccer. Apparently it's PES. It's not like the candy. Nice catch by Pearson. Down the sideline. Inside the 40. That was cool. Pretty much the story of 2K and FIFA. I think one of the problems with sports games is like they spend their off season and development plans doing, like, incorporating their vision into the game. And then a lot of it gets, like, undone and altered when the game eventually comes out. Like, that's such a running theme in sports games. I loved it when it came out pre-patch, and now it's in a horrible place. Like, we definitely do not see developers get a vision for their sports game and stick to it. And that's going to be a development nightmare. Which receiver's number 5? So that's Daniel Blue. And actually, I'd like to... did I ever put him at receiver? I don't think I did. Might be a little late to see a lot of reps from him. Oh, I love that we're going for it here, up 11 in the 4th quarter in a preseason game. Like, this is the kind of energy the Texans need. Gillislee! Didn't get it. Your content is the best. Keep it up, my guy. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that very much. Is that your Camara jersey in the profile picture? Off the back foot. How about a jump pass? This is the most exciting preseason gameplay I've ever seen. Yeah, obviously the yearly cycle thing with sports games is not like... You know, it hasn't been great for us. It's never been. I don't think you could really swap developers, though, because the thing is with a sports game is the idea should be to build a game that gets better and deeper every year. So, you know, like with the Call of Duty games, like they're operating on different engines and that kind of thing, and the games end up usually with different settings. And you know, one company works on a modern game, the other company, as O'Neal gets the pick, will work on like a World War II game. So there can be very distinct differences there. But sports games, just the development of sports games is completely unoptimized for what would create the best game. And with the way games are now, like back in the day, companies would make a game in a year. Now, you need a lot more than a year to make a game. And even when you're building upon something like a Madden or an MLB The Show, there's only so much you can get done in a year unless you put some serious resources behind it. And I think that these big publishers are quite happy with more simple changes year to year. You got a yearly cash cow, basically. Why rock the boat? Hardcores hate it, but there's enough casuals to offset the hardcores that aren't happy with everything. Sheffield, oh boy, that's TJ Watt still playing. Rank the Sunday and Monday night football broadcast team on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being awful. Well, I like, aren't we getting a new Monday night team this year? Like, I enjoy Sunday night football. I'd give it a solid, honestly, I'd give Sunday night football like a 7.5. A lot of people don't like Collinsworth. He's not my favorite, but I really enjoy Sunday Night Football, and their production quality is the best in the league, basically. Monday night, I think, has been like a 4 out of 10 for a couple years. Their halftime shows, I don't think their commentary team has been great. My ideal booth I really like, for the primetime stuff, I loved Mike Tirico. I like Kevin Harlan. Harlan does a lot of the radio for Westwood One. Kevin Harlan's just so good. I do like Louis Riddick as an analyst. I like Gruden as an analyst too. I kind of would like to see him back there, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Gruden and Tirico, remember when they were making smoothies during that Mark Sanchez game? That was the Eagles and the Panthers in like 2014 or 2013. Like, that was hilarious. I miss those days. Love your content. Really love the Texans stuff. Gonna get myself a Thrill House jersey. I love it. Thrill House. Oh yeah, Romo. Like, Romo and Nance, I think, are the best team in football right now. Like, commentary team. Because I think they're both really good at their individual job. Like, Nance is very good play-by-play. I don't think I ever appreciated Nance when he was with Sims because the package was just underwhelming to me. I think Romo has brought out the best in Nance. And those late afternoon CBS games are so fun. Oh yeah, Gus Johnson and Tony Romo in the booth. Like, just is there any way that we can get Romo to do Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, and Thursday night along with that late afternoon Sunday game? Like, is 4 a week too much? That's off the mark. Opinion on Buck and Aikman? So, a handful of years ago, I would have been with everybody saying, like, I can't stand Joe Buck. Now, it's not just because he did the Minneapolis Miracle justice, but I actually think that Joe Buck has gotten a lot better in the last 10 years, like, gradually. I think he's gotten much, much better. And now, I usually enjoy Joe Buck's calls on those late Fox games. And him and Aikman have good chemistry. I don't think it's the best team, but I think they're actually pretty solid together. I need more McAfee commentating games. Oh my god. What game did he do last year? Because I might actually like play that back on Game Pass. I think it was some late season stinker of a game. Oh, I think it was like some bad weather, bad team game. Knocked down. He did it again. McCutcheon has it broken up, and I forget the safety's name. Oh, I love Kevin Harlan. I mean, his commentary is extremely good and energetic. I also like when he commentates fans on the field. Yes, Aqib Talib was really good in that Lions-Washington game. That's right. I don't think he got a lot of games in, but that was a lot of fun to listen to. Aqib Talib as an analyst is great. Kevin Burkhardt makes you want to run through a wall sometimes. 100%. He's really good. I think Burkhardt is literally Fox's best guy. There are some commentary teams in baseball also I'm quite fond of when I watch a lot of stuff on MLB TV. So, first of all, I do think that Vasgersian on MLB Network is really good. And then, I really like the Padres broadcast team and the Rockies broadcast team. I like watching their broadcasts a lot. Nice job, Fry. Yes, that play was made by Claiborne. I do like Al Michaels. I think there's a few I like more. I love the high energy guys a lot. Like, honestly, like, Michaels has a different style, But I think Nance has a similar style and does it better than Michaels. So they're going to make this close at the end. You know, the O's broadcasts are pretty good. I haven't watched them a lot lately, but a couple years ago, I had the Orioles casts on a lot. Because they're like the first game that's usually one of the first games at night at like 6:05 Central. I couldn't tell you nothing about the Charlotte Hornets commentary team. I don't remember the Giants broadcasts well enough. I do watch them from time to time. Like, I get to a lot of West Coast baseball. And occasionally now when the Twins are down, you know, 7-1, I will see, oh, what else is going on? So we did all our damage early in this one. Oh yeah, I love PA and Bursich. I mean, PA is probably one of my biggest inspirations with my commentary style on YouTube. Really fun start to preseason here. Got the boost there for Ernie Pittman. Not the boost I was hoping for, really. Alright, guys. I'm having an awesome time with the stream today. But I was planning on getting out of here around this time. But I think I want to stream more of the preseason. So what if I come back tomorrow and do the rest of it, and then we get ready for week 1? That sound good? Yeah, I'll check out TJ. Because, yeah, he was winning against Becton quite a bit. It does seem in Madden, though, that, like, good edge rushers beat good tackles. For what it's worth. 88 right now. Mid-80s everything, basically. Just the way it is. Any other videos coming out today? Yeah, as a matter of fact. As soon as I'm done here, give me 5 minutes and the Broncos video is going to be up for today. Can we sign Major Woody? Also change number of Sheffield and Carney. Sheffield's our backup quarterback. I like what Sheffield's been able to do today. I've been impressed. He's a fun player. So, no more quarterback signings. And yeah, we'll change some numbers here. But I appreciate this, everybody. This was an unbelievably fun stream. Like, I hate to end it here, but it was the plan all along. Number 9 for Sheffield. You know, I don't know if I'll be able to do it later today, but tomorrow, I think around same time, early afternoon, I should be able to pull it off. I was even just going to sim the rest of the preseason, but it's like, why? I got some other stuff to work on for tomorrow with the Rockies, so a quick Texans stream tomorrow wouldn't be a problem at all. Oh, there's no more 90s available. To the 70s you go, Chris Carney. All right, so not only now are we doing preseason streams, but I'm splitting it into 2 streams, really milking this. But I appreciate everybody. That was a really fun time. Can't wait to do it again. Appreciate all the super chats, all the comments, all the back and forth. A lot of fun conversation today. I got lost at times, not even like super focused on the game. Like late in that one, there wasn't a lot going on. Have a good night, Kane. Yes, it is one of my signed Camara jerseys. One of them. So you must have different home road or alternate uniforms. That's pretty sweet, Mike. That 6 touchdown performance still stings a little bit. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'll be back again soon. Broncos video coming up here in just a few minutes. Appreciate it. Y'all are awesome, allowing me to do this every day, and I just want to put on a show for you and help you have a good time. So that's it for me. I will see you again tomorrow. More Texans action coming your way. Have a great rest of your Saturday, everybody.